Here we go. Now we got action. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, ladies and gents, you know what time it is. Yeah, it's usually on a Monday or Wednesday, but babe, we don't care what day it is. When it's time to talk, it's time to talk. When we got stuff we got to get off our chest, we got to hit him up. So you know I'm talking about that man, that one and only. You know, the former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, the West Virginia Mountaineer alum. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people say it's almost heaven there, all right? That's what they saying about the place. But more importantly, this is one half of the locker mates, my mother freaking locker mate, and the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. Behold the green and the gold. You know this. I'm talking about Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. Oh, my God. Oh, Hercules. Hey, man, y'all got to chill. Look. Y'all got to stop this, man. It's because this ain't a normal day. You know this. All right, the people going nuts. They say, yo, we get bonus content today. So shout out, TG. Shout out. But how's my dog doing, man? You had a good weekend, man? Everything good in your hood, man?
Everything good, man. You know, officials, getting guys committed, locked in.
Let's go.
You know, life, football life.
Hey, look, putting pen to paper now, man. I dig it,
Put
man.
the pen to paper down.
Yeah, don't tell me you love me. Show me you love me, man. Let's make it official. I could dig that, man. Could definitely dig that. Well, shoot, man. Since I do know that you out here working on that grind, I'm not gonna kill you today and take all of your time. But we do got to talk about some stuff, all right? Because we got some stuff that's happening around here, okay? But I did want to start it off with, you know, the fact that we did have our Steelers Rookie Minicamp for this 2025 class of rookies take place this weekend on a Mother's Day weekend as well. Shout out to all the mamas out there. But yeah, man, Steelers Rookie Minicamp. And it was pretty interesting, man. A couple of guys actually, tryout guys, were able to get contracts following the rookie minicamp as well. Yeah, man. It was an offensive lineman from Lindenwood. Yeah, the big boy, Gareth.
Big boy.
Yep, Gareth Warren. Yep, 6'6", 336. Massive. Yeah, man. But he was one of the guys who was able to get a contract out of it. Then we had two of the vet tryout guys also be able to get contracts out of it. And Trey Sermon, who we know has been in the league for a couple of years now. And then and then Max Hurleman, who was at Colgate University for a couple of years before transferring to Notre Dame in 2024, which was his last collegiate season. He was also one of those vet tryout guys. But yeah, man, so both of those dudes in terms of Trey and Max are running backs.
Both running backs.
Yeah, both are running backs, but Max running back / punt returner, whereas we know with Trey more back, you know what I mean, just running back type thing. Yep. And then with Gareth Warren, offensive guard, tackle type, but like you said, man, 6'6", 330-pound Hawaiian. You feel me? Like, yeah, that big dude right there, man. That's a massive man.
Really just huge. Huge.
But yeah, man, I want to get your thoughts on the rookie minicamp, man. Yeah.
You know, it's so hard to make it from that 3-day trial, that rookie minicamp, such a grind. So it's like, to be able to go to the next level of it is just a blessing. You got to do something. You got to start fast. You can't warm up to it. You got to start fast.
You got a 3-day sample size to prove that you can take information and put it on the field and be productive. Yeah.
And you really only got 2 days because that third day is kind of like,
you know.
Time to get up out of here, you know.
Hey, look, them coaches, you can feel it with them. They like, hey, bro, this is the play. We know the real boy coming up here in a couple of weeks right now. All right, hey, we just want to try it on y'all.
Everything's happening next week, so we gonna go ahead and rock. Some as much as you know, some 3 days to shut it down the third day. Like,
no, facts. Don't. We ain't practicing today. Yeah, like we got what we wanted to get done. Yep. Yeah. You know it.
We got what we came for.
I needed to see the first 2 installs on camera.
I thought with them having a rookie quarterback, they'll definitely go, for 3 days. But salute everybody that made the 3 days. It's a grind, man. It's hard. You gotta get going fast.
And talk a little bit about that too, man, because we both experienced rookie minicamp. I talked a little bit about my experience yesterday, right? In terms of being the draft pick, man. You come in here and it's like, yo, everything is happening so fast, but at least as a draft pick, you feel like I have a little bit more time, getting out of that rookie minicamp to figure it out, because I knew I blew so many daggone calls during my rookie minicamp, bro. It was no way I'm supposed to still be here after that situation. But as a draft pick, I kind of was allotted that time to kind of figure it out. Talk about your experience though, man. Being an undrafted guy, man. What was that rookie
3-day
minicamp?
tryout,
Yeah,
man.
talk about it, man.
Minicamp guy. You know, you get in there, they got the draft, the signees, and the tryouts. And I remember I thought all the tryout was the same as a signing, but it's not.
What's the difference? Talk about the difference for the people, because you know me and you know, but for the listener, yeah.
A signee means you're here. You're going to training camp.
You're on the 90-man roster.
Yeah, you just wasn't drafted, but you're signed. The 3-day tryout is you're here for 3 days. Like, you're after the weekend, it's over. If something don't shake, you're done after this weekend. So it's like, it was only a couple of us. I remember, like, I always tell the story, man. I went to get some tights, man. I was like, man, I need some tights. I got to go out there, fill the part. He looked at the list. He's like, man, you're a 3-day tryout, man. You don't need no tights, man.
You ain't gonna be here that long, baby. You know that.
You ain't gonna be here long enough to want the tights. You ain't going out there.
Sick. But
so it's like, it's practice though. Like, I was in there with Vince Williams. You know, he had got drafted 6th round. And it's like, me and him was next to each other, but it's practice. You taking reps. You doing not inside, but you're doing 7-on-7. You're doing team run. You're doing team.
Yeah, you do pretty much everything outside of like the tackling part or one-on-one pass rush part, right? Yeah, it's 80-90% is everything else though. Yeah.
And you got to know how to practice like a pro. You know, like, let you run into the wrong person on the right. Like, it's over. So it's like everything you do in that aspect matters.
If you want to get sent home from rookie minicamp, touch Will Howard's arm. All right, while he's dropping back, just touch him. Just touch him. You'll go home. I promise you will. Outside of Jack Sawyer, I promise you going home. Yeah.
So, you know, and basically, like, you know what I mean.
No, and I think
it's a good opportunity. You just got to make it go right now. You know, like right now. Like, you can't warm up to it. Like I said, you just got to get after it. And it's like, you practice, you do it. You go to meetings, you'll watch the meeting, you take all the reps. Like,
it feels like you doing it. Yeah, it feels like you really in it.
But now they've leveled it up. Like, you'll get some vets in there, which is cool. They should be getting after it.
Hey, time out though, TG.
Still, it's a grind.
Hey, so look. You said they got some vets in there. Talk about TG. You said they got some vets in there, right?
But if you can stick, it's everything.
So TG, talk to me real quick. You said they got the vets in there,
yeah,
which we agree with. Oh, all right. So let's talk about the vets and stuff. And I'm like, bro, we like the vets as we are speaking here as veterans ourselves. Would you have liked the vet being at rookie minicamp when it was your rookie year?
I mean, I think it's cool. Like, for the team-wise, it's great. For the team-wise, it's great. But for you as a rookie, it's kind of like, you don't know these guys.
Hey,
like, bro. You don't know nothing about them. You just were rookies.
Keep the vets up out of here, bro. Hey, you know what this is already. You know how to do this. You know how to take that meeting and then just walk through and then go out here and practice a certain way. You already know that part, man.
But you know that vet is a trained killer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Trey Sermons, he got 4 years in the league, bro. Trey Sermons got 4 years. TG,
he's not playing with you at all.
If me and you, Jalen Smith, right, used to be in Dallas, former Notre Dame linebacker, blew the knee out, was at the rookie mini camp for the Vegas Raiders, and they signed into a deal after that, bruh. I'll be like, yo, TG, just think if you all right, go get locked in, go train for 6 months. In a rookie mini camp setting, it's like, yo, this is certain things I just think you got a little bit more of an advantage for.
You for sure, dude.
Yeah.
You know what it is. You've been here.
At least for the team, I love it for the team. I think it's great for the team.
I love it for the team. For the team, you get to see.
It's great.
Like you said, you get to see. Like I seen Jaden Smith working out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm like bro, that's nuts, man.
That's a starter. That's
a $40 million linebacker, bro. What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah,
I'm talking about you at rookie minicamp with an undrafted guy. Like, yo, where you from? I'm from North Dakota Community College. Where you from? Oh, man, I'm Jay. I used to play in the Dallas Cowboys, man. I was with this team, too. I got the $40 million deal. Yeah, I'm just here, though. I'm coming back now. You're like, why are you here? Shit.
Man.
I say so, yeah. But we did benefit from it, man. Obviously, a guy like Trey Sermon, people remember him from a couple of years coming out. Physical, explosive, big body. You know what I mean? Like good size running back, right?
Yeah, good running back.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think like so, and just because you make it from the 3 day, you still got to go to training camp.
Oh yeah, you
and
still.
That's where your, that's where your story gets. But you get to the games.
Yeah.
I think it's like you just want to keep getting to the next part. It's like if you're a 3 day child, you just want to get to where you can get the contact.
Yeah.
Like I
Let me get
remember
to training
Coach was
camp.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember Coach was big on like, just let me see if you'll tackle. Let me see if you'll hit. And I was like, well, I get the opportunity to come to training camp and pull up,
And,
you get
and that's something that they can't always tell in this rookie minicamp or OTA time frames.
Can't tell if you'll pull. Like you can't truly tell the football aspect of it. That's why it's such a hard opportunity because you got 3 days. You got to think like a lot of things got to go in your way. Like the ball got to come your way. Defensively, the ball got to come your way, or offensively, they got to throw it to you. You got to make the play. You can't miss the play.
Oh yeah, you can't drop a layup out there. Can't do that.
You're done. You really forget a layup. You got to knock down that 3-pointer. Like you got to make that play.
I need a contested shot. Can you make contested shots here? All right, make it. Yeah.
Like I'm not here for none of the storytelling. Just show me the baby. Like that's how they feel. They like, man,
like right on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you make the play? Yeah. Did you make the play?
I
and how did almost?
Yeah.
No, ain't none of that.
That's what happened. It wasn't my fault. He was supposed to do that, coach.
No. You gotta go, and it's like not even to be, but you're a 3 day child in the sense of like, forget if it wasn't your fault or what. Like, all right, it just nothing happened of it.
Yeah.
Like you have to make something happen of it. It's like you got to do your job, and then doing your job, you have to make a play. Like you have to catch the eye.
Yeah.
Because you're just, right now you're just number 26.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're trying to make sure we get good reps for Will Howard to make the throw. Like we know his name. Like who's 26?
Right.
So it's like.
No, that's real life right there, man. That's real life. I even had time to kind of talked about how, we talk about like a camp body, right? A tryout player, very similar to when you get to training camp and we say this guy's a camp body, but there is nothing that says that guy can't make that opportunity turn into something where they take somebody's spot. I brought up a Will Johnson. We talked about a Kelvin Beachum, Ramon Foster, Al Villanueva, all these different guys who had different introductions to the NFL, but went on to have awesome careers. You know what I mean? This wasn't because of anything. Actually, it was just they got an opportunity and you guys kicked the door down and was like, yo, once I'm in here, you're not getting me up out of here. And that's the thing, when we talk about Gareth Warren, I'm like, man, to come in here as an undrafted dude, tryout type of guy, but you get a chance to get a 90-man roster spot, that's going to buy you time to now see if you can continue to elevate, continue to see if, okay, when you get to training camp and it's time to put those pads on, can you handle NFL caliber players now? You know what I mean? But you've at least got yourself this opportunity right here.
For sure. Can you handle it? Like, how do you react? Like, I think the next part is, how do you react when the guys come around? So I think that does give a little bit.
It changes? Does it change when the guys, when Cam Hayward comes around, it changes? Will Howard isn't going to feel like the man when Mason Rudolph comes back to town? What you telling me it's going to change?
Come on. These are guys are back. Guys are here.
Adults.
And on top of guys being here, you go from, 20 reps to you got 2 on the whole day.
Right.
Make
and
it work.
better not mess up either.
No, don't blow them too.
You better not mess up. I don't care if you ain't get the check in the walk through. I don't care about none of that. I was talking to him. I was talking to all of y'all. You know the rule.
Yeah. You knew what it was. So it's like, it's just different. It's I think that gives them a little bit of advantage though when they do have the vets around, because it's like I've seen a vet before.
Yeah.
It's not my first time seeing it at real OTA. So I think that's okay. But it's a grind. It's a lot. And I forever say, like, to make it, like, it's just a lot of stuff got to go right, and you got to make the play.
Yeah. Now, without a doubt. And that's why we say, man, for anybody to make it out of there, bro, it's a different level of respect that comes with that, because that ain't the first round or the second round of the story, man. The further back you get, you like, hey, bro, you had to go through what? You talk about your training camp locker room story, you be like, yeah, bro, it's real. It's levels to this thing, man. It's levels to it, man. But that's why I be over here like, shout my dog out, man. Shout my dog out.
Right. I forever say I jumped everything I seen, man. If it looked like it was jumpable, I was jumping it. You know?
TG said, "Yo, we going down swinging, all right? I'm undercutting every route. I don't care."
I'm jumping it. If it felt jumpable, I was jumping it.
I love it, man. I love it. Some people, man, that's the hey. If you go down swinging, man. Especially on the 3-day, bro. I ain't got all this time to be waiting, man. Don't take that home with you, baby. Don't be out here on Monday talking about I wish I would have jumped that. Oh man, I probably should have done that. No, we ain't got time for that, man. We do not have time for that.
You know, like you can't play with it.
Yeah.
So,
nah, that's real right there. That's real, man. And shout out to everybody that's rocking out today. If y'all are enjoying what we are on, you know the drill. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Talking to the defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, that Pittsburgh Steelers cat, Terence Garvin, man. All right, but let's keep it going real quick. Let's keep it going. There was a retirement that took place in the NFL over the weekend. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Derek Carr.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, right? I'm like, yo, you just got restructured. That kind of like made the draft a little weird. Y'all waited to take Tyler Shuck, largely due to Derek Carr already, being restructured and everything. And then you just hit him with the, all right, I'm out. Mamba out. I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Oh. So, yeah. You know when things like that happen, obviously we have to now go back and open up said waiting book. We were like, all right, we've been waiting on this quarterback. Hopefully we were the only most, appealing option to him. But now I'm sure the Saints, and the reports are that the Saints are a little bit or in some capacity interested in Rodgers. What's your thoughts on this scenario now, man? Does the Saints potentially scare you, or do you feel like they become more players in this Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, or is it still just retirement or Steelers for Rodgers?
Man, I've been team Aaron this whole time, man. He just confusing me a little bit. At what point do we come home, man? Like, it's like, how long do we sit here?
Never would I ever. I
think the plan is to still wait. I think the plan is to still wait.
Let's go.
I'm just saying.
My dog said, look, bro, I got some questions, man. At what time do we say the cows are never coming home? And we just got to get a new cow, bro. Like, when do we realize, all right, Dad said he was going to get milk. I don't think he ever coming back with that milk, man. Like at what point? Like, I'm just, because we've been waiting. I still got my balloon. I'm still at the front door. I'm like, yo, he said he coming to get us today, bro. All right. He said he coming to pick us up. All right. I'm here. I'm still here. He's like, yo, you don't want to go take a nap? No, I'm good. I'm good. You want that? No, I'm good. Whole draft just went by. I'm good. Don't. Hey, I get with Howard later. I'm good. Yeah.
I'm just curious when he gonna go ahead and make the play. I still think it makes all the sense. I still think it makes all the sense for him to come on the Pittsburgh. I don't think the Saints have the firepower that attracts Aaron. I think if that's the case, that's just truly I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like I don't think that's more attractive than Pittsburgh in terms of situational, like what everybody has. Even the Coach T effect,
I like that. My only rebuttal or devil's advocate is this. If we're simply looking at it from a Steelers black and gold versus New Orleans Saints black and yellow, technically in-house we have more that's appealing, right? Head coach, personnel around him.
Talent.
But can I ask you this? Which division do you feel better in?
Okay, I mean, you could say that with the Panthers and them boys over there. You could say that.
If Aaron Rodgers in the NFC South, where do you put him in terms of quarterback ranking in the NFC South? If you put Aaron Rodgers in there today,
I mean, he's one. He's got to be one.
Or debate with Baker Mayfield, right?
I think he's one. I don't think that's a debate.
I'm with you.
Because I think if you can say what you want. If you bring him to the AFC North, you call it what you want. he's arguably number one. Like, it's still Aaron. It's still Aaron. We're not gonna do that. It's still Aaron. Still Aaron.
So I'm gonna ask you straight up here: are you taking Aaron Rodgers over Lamar Jackson today? If it's your choice.
I mean, we're saying.
If it's your choice today, I got a game. It's today. Am I taking Lamar Jackson? Or am I taking Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, I'm gonna take Lamar.
Okay. If it's a game, nope, stop it. If it's Joe Burrow, stop it. If it's Joe Burrow or Aaron Rodgers, who are you taking today?
I mean, the longevity gives me Joe.
Oh,
but
man.
If we have a game today,
come on,
but I don't think it's that simple. If we have a game today.
I'm talking about a game today. Like, if you have a game today, tomorrow. I'm talking today. I'm saying today. That's what I'm asking. Today. Yes, today.
I don't think you're wrong if you go Aaron or Joe. I don't think you're wrong. I
didn't ask you that. I said, which one are you doing, though?
I don't think you're wrong by saying Aaron.
No, I ain't say that. I said, which one are you doing?
I just don't think you're wrong. I don't think there's a wrong answer. Like, I think you could say Aaron.
What they say? Your answer, you answered it, baby. Hey. Your answer answered the question, baby. I can dig it. Hey, look. Protected it. Protect yourself. And we say, protect yourself at all times, man. Protect yourself at all times. I like it, baby. Hey, you invented this thing, baby. This ain't your first time being on the show, man. I can dig it, man. He said, yo, you're not about to make me say that. All right? I'm not doing that one. But there's a lot of people, though, that are on that type of mindset where they're saying how you definitively say Aaron Rodgers QB1 in the NFC South. There are people that definitively look and say he is QB3 in the AFC North right now.
I agree with that. You can say that.
Yeah. And I think that, I mean, when you're talking about Lamar, 2-time MVP, was a 3rd-time MVP finalist this year, right? Came down to the wire. You talk about Joe Burrow. He put together one of the specialist seasons we've ever seen in the NFL this past season.
For sure.
And we're looking at Rodgers saying, all right, man, them numbers were still good, man. We grade him on the curve, you know what I mean? Because of this, that, but hey, man, he's still nice with it, though, now.
But you grade him on the curve because the fact that he won a Super Bowl, he's been MVP, he was the number 1 quarterback in the league for years.
But we said today,
you got to
remember the same way. But the same way you said we can't talk about Lamar and Joe projections as a positive for them. We also can't take Aaron Rodgers' historical value and equate that in here either, because that's essentially the same thing. It's just the opposite end of it. We can focus on Rodgers' history when we look at Lamar and Joe's future. Why can't we?
Let me give you my devil's advocate.
Okay, talk to me, baby. I like this.
To what you just said.
Yeah,
because I think
talk to me.
That's Ben Roethlisberger in his end of the day. Ooh. Where it's like, yo, that's still somebody who could do everything you needed to do.
Yeah.
But would you have taken Lamar over that in the time? Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have taken? Yeah.
So what are you saying then? So you're not saying that that's a bad thing?
Right,
yeah, we're saying right then and there.
Right this second, Ben Roethlisberger, you would take Lamar and you would take Joe.
I think so. I would say this coming out draft wise. I give you the Joe Burrow. You would take Joe over Ben. I don't give you're taking Lamar over Ben in that draft, because Ben was still cooking back then in 18. You feel me? Yeah. That's the difference. Whereas I think of Joe, I'm like, I think Joe, yeah.
I'm just saying it's the same type.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, that twinkle might not be there, but that's still.
Yes, but I think
that's
also.
Still that.
But I would also, my devil's advocate to that would be this, though. Back then, Lamar wasn't a 2-time MVP that we just saw be a finalist for a 3rd MVP that would have gave him a back-to-back MVP. We weren't saying that when he came out. We also weren't looking at Joe Burrow back then saying you've already been to a Super Bowl, you've been to an AFC Championship, you've put together one of the most impressive seasons behind one of the worst offensive lines with the organization that we question their overall competency with. You still are that guy. In this current moment, he is an early draft pick and we have high hopes for him. We're saying that these dudes in 2025 are already bona fide stars. They've already proven this. Whereas Rodgers has proven in the past that's what he once was, but we can make a case that we haven't seen that since he signed in New York.
I mean, I'm on the same page with that.
So we're getting further and further removed from Green Bay while we're looking at Lamar and Joe.
But he got hurt in New York.
And that's fine. Joe got hurt too. Joe got hurt a year ago too, and we saw him come back and put together one of the craziest seasons. They were saying, could Joe hold the football? Remember that? Though. They were saying, could you hold it? They were questioning, would he ever be able to hold a football? It was on his throwing hand. What are we talking about? Could he hold the football?
An Achilles in the world of you got to be able to move is deadly. So he started to get the move towards the end of the year, and you got to remember
It got a lot
late
better.
Aaron.
It got
Yeah,
better. It
you got
did.
to remember the late Aaron. Don't think of Aaron that whole year. Look at that last
What
couple weeks when he started lighting them things up.
but what about late Joe Burrow too?
Same page. When that dive and throw, he parallel, he threw the touch.
Who was louder down the stretch, Burrow or Rodgers? Come on, man.
I think that's debatable. I think Joe was super loud.
Man, Joe was
but I think Aaron
crazy.
was loud too. But Joe was loud because Joe was playoff hunting loud.
Okay, fair.
Aaron wasn't on no playoff type
he was
run.
hunting 500 tutties. They was trying to get the milestones.
But
Him and Devontae was
that.
Yeah.
And he was seeing it. And it was just so individualized. It wasn't the same story. Like Joe was on. You was watching Joe on Sunday night.
Joe was on John Wick mode.
Joe was trying to get in there.
Joe went John Wick mode and started taking heads, man. Yeah.
Because they was like, if Joe get in, he gonna be dangerous.
Right. Whereas Rodgers is like, all right, this is cool storyline, but it has no importance or no relevancy for anything that we're focused on right now. That's real.
And that give you a different study.
Oh yeah. It feels different when you're watching it. Absolutely.
You might, man. I'm gonna throw this, man. I don't care what I'm throwing it. But it's different. It's
That's
different.
real. That's real. Like I said, I think, man, and this is the beautiful part of Rodgers as a whole. It's like he is so dominant throughout his career that this is why we can have this type of me and you going back and forth about him versus Lamar and Burrow. And it does feel like a true conversation in comparison to if I'm over here arguing about Bryce Young. Yeah, if I'm arguing Bryce Young versus him, or I'm arguing, man, what about this guy? You're like, hey, bro,
I'll feel that.
Like, stop it, man.
I'll feel that. Because like he's tougher than Bryce for sure.
Yeah, I'm like,
tough. That division's him.
Yeah, I'm like, he goes down there and he might feel like the alpha, and you're playing in the dome for 8 months, and then the other games you're playing in Carolina and Tampa. It's nice. You feel me?
But I don't think
or you in Atlanta, which is another dome versus another younger quarterback in Penix. Whereas up here, you outside, you in them conditions, you done that in Green Bay, you done that in New York with the Jets.
Yeah.
And is way louder here too. You can
Not
go to New
Orleans. The Jets had the turf. You was walking me to my point.
He was on the turf.
He want to be on that grass.
He want to be on the grass, but you would much rather be in the dome than outside. Is what I'm saying. You would much rather be doing that south weather.
Be on grass.
I'm with you on grass.
But
once again, though, which market is harder to play in, Pittsburgh or New Orleans, man? Pittsburgh, we talking about firing coaches after 10 wins because you lost in the playoffs. That is not the conversation in New Orleans, man. Not even close.
Well, what's more, and you're talking about Aaron, because I mean, if you're gonna have that talk, you gotta go to everything. What's more his mark?
That's real.
I do the Pat McAfee show. Who's a Pittsburgh native? Who's Pennsylvania? I'm with all these Ohio State guys. I'm a PA. This my mark. What are you talking? I don't know nobody in New Orleans. What do you mean? I'm just saying, like, if you go do, you can put every factor in it. Like,
that's why I love it. I'm like, yo, it's so many little details that go into this thing, so many different things that can. All right, do you just want to be in New Orleans? You like New Orleans as a city better? Do you like the turf? Do you like the dome? Do you like the fact that you don't have to play in this? You don't got to deal with the cold weather. Your football is going to look a lot better thrown in December in New Orleans or Carolina or Tampa or Atlanta than it's going to look in Cleveland, Cincinnati, or Baltimore, and most definitely Pittsburgh. You know how that go.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
But I definitely feel on paper, we are way more competitive than the Saints. But division-wise, the Saints have the way easier setup down there than we know we go through every year in the AFC North.
Agreed.
I'm almost torn, though. It's like in the sense of if you're Rodgers and you're trying to improve your legacy, though, right? Does it matter if you were to go to New Orleans and it's an easier division, but you get into the postseason and have success that way versus you come to Pittsburgh and it's an absolute dogfight and, it might not give you this long-term success that that he might be thinking he could find just with better matchups down there?
No, I don't think that matters.
You don't think that matters? Okay.
I don't think that matters. Because, I mean, he went to New York, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Like, I don't think that matters. Because, I mean, and also everything's like every year is different. You got to think the Panthers went to the Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
You know,
Cam
like
Newton, facts.
yeah, so it's like every year's, you like it could be hot this year.
Yeah.
That Panther could click. They could go into all like
Mm-hmm.
the year two aspects. That receiver could come in there and change some
Mm-hmm.
stuff. That could be a tough team.
Yeah. Bryce
You know,
Young, all that. Yeah.
yeah, it could click. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's the NFL. These teams are all elite
Yeah.
teams. It's just who's clicking. Like what's working. Who's all bought in. Like that team
Yeah.
could all get in there. It could all buy in. It could be like once a time you made fun of people for the Detroit. Like man,
Oh
I'm on
yeah.
that division and
Oh
running.
yeah.
Like that's a tough day now. So it's
I'm
like
with
you
you on
don't
that.
say it like that.
I would
I'm
just
saying you
say
don't say it like that.
it takes time for it to become Detroit.
I agree.
Whereas
But
when
that don't mean
we
it.
look at Carolina and we look at Baltimore, there are two different spectrums of like,
For sure.
and even when we're talking optimistically about what they might do this upcoming year,
Yeah.
we all are gonna still have a lot more confidence in the Ravens doing those same things that you're talking about. Potentially the Panthers doing, and I mean we
But
saw
I
the
think the
Commanders,
Falcons
right?
are in that talk, man.
Yeah, I was about to say the Falcons, the Commanders. Yeah, they came out the blue where it's like, yo, we weren't expecting either one of them to kind of do what they did, and they
took
did.
over.
They absolutely did, man.
I think the Falcons are in that dangerous, like this thing could spark out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just thinking that a bit.
Mm-hmm. I still like Tampa. I think Tampa's dangerous, man.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
It's the Baker effect, man. He can score. They gonna
It's
put
just
points
a
up.
nasty division over there. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know what's
weird
up
though.
with
It's super
Yeah,
weird. It's like
that's like
it's not like the AFC North. The AFC North is a different animal, but like that NFC South is weird, bro. It can get weird. But that's why I'm
Man,
like, if
I
you're
argue-
Rodgers, it might be a little bit more appealing though because it's more open. Is what I'm saying.
You know,
We'll see.
that's definitely the best. I would argue they don't get enough TV time for him.
Oh,
Like I would have all types of like,
okay.
'cause you know, like, you don't-
Hey,
you
look.
don't
Roger
super-
says, man, if I go there, we on prime time all the time because of me.
It's
That's
a
hey, you know,
five-star
it's
matchup,
hey,
'cause I'm
Ron,
winning.
come on, man, you know that. Yeah,
You know, it's a tank fight, man. I'm here.
Yeah. Tank say, yo, we'll make it on prime time on Sunday. You like, how you do that, bro? This ain't fight day. It is now. You're like, all right, shout out to Tank, bro.
Whenever I fight, it's prime time. I feel that.
Tank say, yo, I fight on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. It's prime time because I said it's Friday. Like, you know what? I'll be watching. I'm here. I'm tuning in.
I do feel that. I do agree to that.
I like it.
Agree to that.
I like it. All right. Well, final thing, man, we're gonna get before we get up out of here, man. I was over here, UFL watching. Shout out to Tyler Vaughns and the young boys down there getting after it, man.
Nice.
Bro, they got this thing though, man. It's called a Coach's Super Challenge. So I'm gonna paint the picture real quick, all right? We getting ready for halftime. Tyler Vaughns, their team is down. He catches a big touchdown to end the half. It was a nice 35-yarder. Quarterback extended, threw it across the body. Everything looks good. No flag on the play. Count it up.
Toxic.
So then we get this challenge flag, and I'm like, okay, man, all scoring plays got to be reviewed or something along those lines. Not so fast. I'm like, what's happening here? Super challenged by the coach. They're challenging a non-call, a non-penalty, and specifically, you have to point out what you're challenging. They challenge a hold.
That's a hold.
They challenge a hold on the pass rusher. And it's the same hold we see with TJ Watt where he's coming around the edge and the tackle is up top riding him by. Sometimes you can turn the corner and get the sack. Sometimes you get ridden by it. It happens pretty much every time it's a pass play, right?
You could call it a hold every play.
Every play, right? Bro, they flipped it. They flipped it after the challenge. Take points off the board. Tyler Vaughn's Arlington team ends up kicking a field goal versus the touchdown. Fast forward, they lose the game by 1 point.
Wow. It's devastating.
I usually don't even spend a lot of time with it, but you know, with the UFL, we've already seen, hey, where did you get the dynamic kickoff from? The UFL.
I was just about to
hey,
say,
where did you think?
Hey,
TG, where do you think this automated first down that we're going to be doing this year? Where do you think that came from, TG? Like, we got multiple rules that have already been coming from the UFL. So I see this and I'm just like, we've already flirted with the concept.
That 4th and 15.
Oh, that's next. You know that's next, bro. If you know, you know. That's next, bro.
You know. Forget the kickoff, man.
They put up that data. They said, oh, it's 0.06% onside kick success.
You never get it back.
Yeah. They said that 4th to 15. It's 13 to 15%. Oh, yeah. Just wait on it. Wait on it. Yep.
Discovery. Give the ball back to Mahomes.
Oh
Let him
yeah,
do it.
you know this. You already know it's happening, bro. But yeah, man. So I see this and I'm like, bro, we remember when we tried to do the pass interference thing before.
Man, that was terrible.
But and Dean Blandino, who's the head of officiating at the UFL, he spoke on it and he said basically that back then the NFL told them the criteria to overturn a call. It was so crazy that it was pretty much impossible to ever change a call. Whereas they say now, with the way the UFL is doing it, and it was very much in a timely manner, they simply say, if I watch this play and if I'm grading that official, if I would have said plus, then we don't change the call. If I watch this play and I would have gave him a negative, then we change the call. I was like, whoa, that's wild, man.
I like it. I don't love it because I like the human nature aspect. I like the Rams receiver gets drilled in
and
the
people
Super Bowl
hated it though. They
feels,
hated it though.
Yeah, but I think it brings that realness. I think every play could be a flag. I think every play could be a hold, a
I'm
PI.
with you. You know I'm with you.
I was watching the
they push off, they hold, we grab, we do all type of stuff, man. Yeah.
I was watching NFC Championship. It was Commanders and the Eagles last night. And they had ran this play in the end zone. It was a 2-point conversion. They did the RPO and he threw the corner route. The Redskins, the Commanders did.
Yeah.
And they looked at it and you could just see all the linemen downfield.
Yeah. Illegal men downfield. Like, throw the flag.
It's like, nah, this is a big moment in the game.
You gotta let it ride.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, they
bro,
that.
that's RP. Yeah. I'm like, yo, he's downfield. It's a legal man down the grass. Like, throw this flag, bring this back, let's cook. Yeah.
But now it's like we want to go back and take the
But they're saying with the challenge, with the super challenge, because I know some people were like, yo, in theory, then could you just throw the flag and just hope for something to be missed? They said you do have to be specific and say, I'm challenging this specific part of it.
You gotta put who it is.
Right.
Like, yo,
that's what they did. Yeah, they was like, I want to check the tackle on this hole right here, on this guy, this player. Yeah, so it's like you have to see it. So it's not like I could just throw it and say, all right, pass interference on somebody or holding on somebody or somebody was downfield. No. It don't work like that. Like, you have to say, all right, Pat, I want to challenge pass interference on number 26. Like, I want to challenge I want to challenge defensive hold on number 91. Like, in the trends, I think he pulled this tackle. Like, I saw that. Let me challenge that real quick. So, as a position coach, I think it puts a little bit more onus on you, on your players, on your staff, whoever like you implement to have eyes out there. But at the same time, because you only get 2 of them, one each half, it's like you don't get to just waste it whenever something explosive happens, because if you actually need it, now you kind of screwed at the same time. So I was like, man, that's what made it a little bit more intriguing. I'm like, all right now. We preach about wanting to get it right. This isn't overdoing it, because I know some people care about how much time we're going to. We don't want no 4-hour game. But seeing how fast it worked, I'm just like, I don't know, TG. I don't know. But how you, as a defender, we would be okay with them taking them points off that board. But if that's a touchdown from AB getting called back, and then we turn around and we lose that game, yeah.
That real tough. I hate the go back aspect, but I do like the get it right aspect. I just love the human nature.
Yeah. Because we have challenges already in place for messed up calls. Yo, you thought it was incomplete. He actually got 2 feet down. You thought he dropped it. He actually got his hands under the football. So we do, to a degree, have calls being changed that largely impact the game. Yeah. But I just think that, man, seeing that, it was like, whoa, that just felt different. If you would have threw the flag when it happened, I think different conversation. But yeah, to do it on a challenge after the fact, that was different, man. But like I said, man, I just want to get you pick your brain on it for a little bit, man. We will see though how that plays out, man. But yeah, you already on something with that 4th and 15. You know that's coming soon, baby. You know that is coming soon.
It's coming.
No. I like it, man. I like it. Well, shoot, appreciate you as always, man, on the back end of this thing. You know we're going to spin the block and do this again, I guess, tomorrow. But anywho, man, everything good with you, man, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. We just getting after it, man. Everything is everything, man. Hey, y'all gonna like that Will Howard, man. I keep standing on everything I'm saying, man. You gonna like that Will Howard,
Hey,
man.
look, man. The people want to see some tape, man. The people
I
are like,
got, I
bro,
got.
we hearing y'all talk about him. Y'all talk about him a lot. I done
You gonna
teased
like
it a
that Will
little bit.
Howard?
I done teased him. I'm like, look, man, my dog is cooking. All right, my dog
Yeah,
he's in the lab right now. All right, he
yeah. I'm
got
just
something
telling you.
cooking. I'm like, yo, it's about to drop. When it drop, y'all gonna see why he's saying what he's saying. All
I'm
right.
telling you, you gonna like
Y'all
that
gonna see
Will
what he's
Howard.
saying, all right? He got something
Don't
cooking though, all right? TG ain't just talking. TG for real, for real.
come on. Also,
Man.
don't let that internet fool you, man. I think Shador went up there. I seen something, man. He said he had the most legendary rookie minicamp performance in the history of rookie minicamp. I
They
was like,
say,
is
yo,
this
it's Shador. They say, yo, it's his Mickey Camp. I
bro?
didn't
I
even
seen
know Dylan
something.
Gabriel was on the team this weekend, bro. As
Bro,
much Shador sent his content, I was even seeing Shiloh more than I seen Dylan Gabriel. I'm like, bro,
bro, I seen
where the
something. They
heck is
said he
Dylan
threw
at,
for
man?
600. They said he threw for 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in the rookie minicamp.
Bro, they
I
said he
said,
threw
man,
an
I didn't.
80-yard bomb. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta stop playing, bro. Y'all gotta stop this, man. They said all
I was
airtime. I
like,
say, no, y'all gotta stop this, bro.
I
Y'all gotta chill.
respect.
Talking about arm strength. What you mean? Y'all gotta stop this, man. Yeah.
So,
First off, the TG. When have you even seen actual plays in rookie minicamp make it to the internet? Can we just talk about that?
man,
I was like, media isn't even
I feel
available
that.
out there at that time of the
You usually
practice.
just see
Yo,
that pat and go,
what?
man. They
What?
showing.
What? I said,
So,
yo, this is real. This is like
yeah,
ball. I
they
can
showing
see.
dudes getting to the top.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yo.
different.
I say, yo, whoever is behind this, they sending a message, all right? Don't let this draft pick fool you, man. They got it wrong, not me. They got it wrong. And we're going to drop the tape. I say, yo, somebody about to get kicked out of practice, man, all right? Somebody about to be, hey, you're no longer allowed out here, all right?
For
I
sure.
was like, yo, bro,
For
you on
sure.
wildin', man. That's
For
funny.
sure.
I'm with you.
Well,
Look,
on media will be in there soon,
I'm like,
man.
you only get pat and go, bro. You get warm ups, pat and go, and that's
You usually
it.
get pat and go,
That's
man.
it.
They showing the
They
phase.
they
They
don't even
showing.
tell you who is actually a full participant. You can't even tell when the media has to get up out of there. So to get to that stage of the practice, that come like, whoa, buddy, hold on now. I'm not supposed to be seeing this. I can actually tell you the defense y'all in right here. I should not be able to do that, man.
For sure.
But yeah, man. But shout out to Shador. Shout out to them rookie minicamp guys, man, around the league, making a case for themselves, man. But yeah, man, good vibes, man. But shoot, like I said, man, we'll spin the block, man, do this again. But appreciate you as always, my dog.
My dog.
All right, baby. Peace. And shout out to the one and only Terence Garvin, aka TG. If you enjoyed the call with the homie, him taking some time to join the show, man, hit the like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel.